I'm from Institute of Finance and Economics of Mongolia, and I'm presenting here as a doctoral candidate. And my theme is the ways to strengthen organizational commitment, application of organizational justice theory. So I'll follow up this content. Okay, the discussion question is, recently Mongolian higher education organization employees as faculty members had some unsatisfaction, and they're approaching to the society. So the question was why. But there are many issues, of course, many problems to influence on the unsatisfaction of the employees. But the main thing is that the justice issue should never follow this other changes. Justice should be stabilized in any organization. So the purpose of my research is how organizational justice impact on the organizational commitment. Okay, there are many issues in the organization that influence each other, but I'm going to take on the organizational justice and the organizational commitment in this presentation. Okay, this is a quick review of literature review. What is the main thing about organizational justice is people have to agree on each other, which issue is the right or wrong, or which one is just or unjust, or fair and unfair. Okay, organizational justice refers to employee perceptions of fairness in the workplace, as Greenberg said. Manager make a decision, but employees perceive it a different way. Every employees take it in their own perception. So, organization distribute the salary, career, working condition, benefit, and compensation, and this researched as a distribution of justice from 1949, and employees perceive those salaries and benefits in a different way as their thing. And organizational commitment, my next factor, is individual psychological attachment to the organization. Okay, there are three components. One is the affective commitment, which is employees stay in the organization because they want to. Another one would call continuous commitment, which is employees stay in the organization because they need to, and the organization because due to their ethic issues. Okay, as the research, and this research consists of 350 people out of 5 major public universities in Mongolia. Okay, the 350 people, and I tried to include about 20% from each university. 0.8, and the chemo test was 0.9, so this consistency is good enough, so I continued to do the research. Okay, and the correlation. There is a high correlation between procedural justice and normative commitment, and distributional justice and continuous commitment. But the interesting thing is there is no correlation to the effective commitment with procedural justice and distributional justice, both. So in the regression analysis as well, is as an independent variable as the justice, it has no impact on the effective commitment, but continuous and the other two components of the commitment has an impact. Okay, so as we see in the graphic that continuous normative the job satisfaction, overall job satisfaction has a good influence from organizational justice, but effective commitment is the lowest. So I made it too fast, maybe. So as a conclusion, well, Mongolian higher education organization faculty members are unsatisfied, and everybody blames the ongoing reconstruction and reformation that's taking place in Mongolian society right now. But as I've done the research, that it's not, well, there are of course problems in the reconstruction, reformation. There should be and another thing is the universities has to prepare their own citizen, because faculty members usually separate themselves from the university vision. They just think partly they take themselves as a part-time faculty members. But if the university, the managers, if they want their employees to be effectively committed to the organization, these faculty members has to be the citizen of the university. So that is and then connect the organization vision to the individual's long-term plan. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Do you have any? But the emphasis should be that should not be discouraged, because that makes for motivation, that makes for progress, that makes for that's achieving goals. The emphasis should be that it should be a healthy comparison. It should be a healthy competition. And not the antagonistic competition. It should be a healthy one. We should not discourage that comparison.
In about 10 years, then they become the real professor. According to the theory that, they usually come, like when they get salaries or benefit compensation, they just, they want to be evaluated just same as like 20 years of professors. Like the guy just entered the university, he's just trying to learn himself to become a teacher, but then there are like the person, professor who's been working for 20 years. There should be some difference. Otherwise, they like both of them are unsatisfied because of this, the justice theory.
Do you have any other query? If you don't mind, I just share one experience with you. You know that I always mention to my PhD student that I believe that students will be the more knowledgeable than teachers. I will repeat. I always mention to my PhD student, the students will be the more knowledgeable than teacher.
That's right. Sometimes. Very good idea.
I always mention to them. Do you know why I mention this one? I try to motivate them.
Yes.
They have to learn more.
Yes.
They have to go faster.
Yes.
I did my PhD, suppose 5 years before, 10 years before, 15 years before. They are doing the PhD now. So they are using the latest technology. Even if you think that in terms of Google was established 2004.
Yeah.
So very PhD from before 2004, they have no idea what to Google. They did their PhD 20 years before based on the library. And now they do the PhD based on the online. So there's a more faster and the more knowledgeable. So I would like to request, you have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Don't think that professors are always the knowledgeable.
Yeah.
All the professors don't.
Yeah. Maybe in Mongolian society might be the specific case that every faculty members have different norms, like research, teaching, and a different society, right? But then, like according to my research, that like the research time should be given more to the knowledgeable.
No, it's okay. We have no question about your research.
Okay.
You is a perfect research. You could. This is the experience I do.
My assistant supervisor, he cannot be supervisor for PhD, but his knowledge is more high than my supervisor.
It's happening. That's why it's saying.
Always when I ask my supervisor about something, he tell me I am busy. You can ask Mr. Chan. Then when I ask Mr. Chan and talk with him, he always tell me I need to.
You know that sometimes it's happening.
From Mr. D.
Yeah, it's happening that sometimes if they're the professor like age of 50, they do not want to change any system.
Yes.
Even the PhD means innovation, creativity. So we have to explore their ideas. I should not invest my ideas with them. And it's happening. What I have seen that sometimes some of the professors they are not willing to contribute their research work for others. They're thinking in this way. I shouldn't give it to others. I should to keep it.
Those are the ones that when they bring ideas, I don't have to scrutinize it so much, subject it to a kind of assessment and so on, because I know that they go ahead. For such people, that you support them, you push them ahead. But for those at the other end, at the other extreme, you have to support. And when they bring ideas, you have to scrutinize it, you have to look at it very well. That's from my own experience. They don't lie. All the students don't lie on the same plane. They differ. There are some at the other extreme end, there are some and then there are some at the middle.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good presentation. Okay, now please give a big hand for Bharat.